A couple of weeks ago, a new vehicle dropped with the Agents of Sabotage DLC, the Vapid ASP. And right away, its resemblance to the iconic F-150 SVT Lightning caught my attention. And I couldn't help but making the connection to a legendary movie, one of my favorites of all time. Now that it's finally available for the PC Master Race to purchase, we're diving deep into the livery references. Very deep. Kind of deep. Just normal deep, I don't know. Anyways, what's up everyone? Bishop here. Let's go for a cruise.
We hit the room, me and my crew, and it was cool until we bumped into you. Now it's been years, but there you were like a Mustang, redlining every single gear with a man that danced like he was born in 49, but lost his groove back in ancient times.
The Agents of Sabotage dropped on the 3rd of December, and Jody's truck immediately stood up for me. At the time, I made the connection to Brian's red truck from the Fast and the Furious. So many of his cars are already represented in-game, and I thought it was a nice homage, given Paul passed away around this time of the year. Rest easy, Paul. It wasn't until a few days ago that it was available for the PC Master Race to get the truck. So it was insta-buy. I always deliver everything to the auto shop, mod it, and then transfer to their respective team garages. And because I was so certain this was going to be Brian's truck, I was expecting a couple of features. I was expecting a bunch of boxes to be piled up at the back, just to resemble this particular scene. I thought it was going to be a little bit difficult to pull, but I was expecting that to be there. And B, a livery to prove my theory. So fasten your seatbelt. We're going for a fun ride. So just in case you haven't watched the movie, let me provide a little bit of context without spoiling it too much. Brian O'Connor is first seen driving this pickup when he goes for lunch at Toretto's. He gets into a little bit of trouble and ends up owing a 10-second car to Dominic and delivers a busted Toyota Supra. And once they pop the hood,
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
The hood?
Pop the hood.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
The hood?
Pop.
No face.
Pop.
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 The hood.
2 JC engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what?
Jesse says this will decimate all after you
you
put about 15 grand on it or more,
if we have
unless
to.
you have to overall.
Overnight parts from Japan.
So livery names in GTA are often references to quotes or scenes in the movie. So the Toyota Supra livery, it's named 10-minute car because Dom said,
I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
You could
10-second
push this
car,
across the
not a
finish line
10-minute
or-
car.
This is the garage.
Pop the hood.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
What am I doing for you?
The Midnight Racer, it's named after Brian get a call from Tash to race in the middle of the night.
Yeah, man. You want to race tonight?
Yeah, you know I could use the money.
You got 4 minutes, man.
This one, Not Tonight, Pizza Boy, is a reference to Leon's closing the street and saying, "Close it. Find another way."
Pizza boy. Find another way home.
I've also hired some thugs, to make it legit.
When do we start?
Right now.
What are we driving?
This is from Roman Pierce, Spider, as he asks for food. Look at
Hey, man.
the car,
You
right?
got something to eat up in there?
I think it's very similar.
We hungry.
Almost had you. I almost had you. This is a reference to Brian's quote after just losing the race to Dominic.
Dude, I almost had you.
Never had your car. Granny shifting.
Had me? You never had me. You never had your car. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
I could go on forever, man. I absolutely love this. So, as we pull the truck to mod it, unfortunately, there isn't a truck full of boxes, just like you'd see on the scene of the movie. However, there's an interesting livery. So I packed up with reference to scenes, so we're just gonna break all this down. At the top, you see the name of the shop, best place around Los Santos to get parts from. Then it says overnight parts. This is a mention to Jesse because he says,
Overnight parts from Japan.
That's
Put it on my
pop the
tab.
hood.
Pop
the hood.
Pop the
The
hood.
custom CNC, I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I think it's a reference to this scene. Brian and Jesse are discussing custom mods at the PC Master Race, and it just says,
And they're gonna give us better traction for the whole shot.
so maybe it's that. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Manifold reinforcement takes a bit of a tangent here, like so. Let's dive into a little bit deeper into this. Brian wants to earn the respect from Don, so he races for pink slips. So this is the start of the scene here.
I lose, winner takes my car clean and clear. But if I win, I take the cash and I take the respect.
Since he has no money, Buster. So during the race, the car's computer states danger to manifold. That's like this scene here, so indicating this potential engine damage in layman terms. We're not going to go too deep into that, but that's the danger to manifold. So Brian ignores it, and he just keeps racing and almost kinda destroys the car. So that's the reinforcement part.
What are you smiling about?
And lastly, the instant quote is just coming back full circle to Jesse, recognizing a very specific Toyota 3-liter engine. He goes like,
No shit.
What did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what? This will decimate all after.
and giving this immediate quote as to how much it would cost to get the car racing or ready to race again. He needs to make some money.
I gotta get you racing again so I can make some money off your ass. There's a showdown in the desert called Race Wars, and that's where you'll do it. I'll tell you what, when you're not working at Harry's, you're working here. If you can't find the right tool in this garage, Mr. Arizona, you don't belong near a car.
I wonder if he's gonna be asking like, hey, where's the 10 mil at?
He owns you now.
Do you know this? Never mind. So the Vapid ASP isn't just a cool nod to the F-150 SVT Lightning. I think it's another love letter to one of the most iconic franchises and the characters we grew up admiring. So the livery references, the more memories it stirs up, like I absolutely love this. This truck is another testament as to how much the Fast and the Furious still resonates with all of us. And maybe I'm biased on this because I love it so much, but I think it's just yet another amazing tribute. Thanks very much for cruising down the memory lane with me today. Stay safe out there. I'll see you out there in Los Santos. Bish signing out.